Hello, it's Wednesday, 1 p.m. and here we are, Best Studio Live. First of all, quick apology from Pam because she definitely said she'd be here. However, she has got, for those who know Pam, she's got a young family, 4 little boys, and she has had to be mama today, so she's at home with her boys, so she can't get to the live, but I know that she's definitely wanting to be with you, and I would imagine she'll be back next week, so looking forward to seeing you again, Pammy. Look, today's live, I was really sort of thinking about what we needed to talk about. I'm going to try and keep it shorter. I've noticed that my lives go on for a bit. Anyone who knows me realises, that there's always a lot to say and there's a lot to think about. And, so I'm going to try and keep this a little bit shorter. So where are we? We're 1 o'clock now. And I'm just going to try and talk for maybe 2-3 minutes. And the topic I was thinking about today was recognizing what you want, recognizing what you need, not what you want. And I think a lot of the time we get up and we get into a routine, and continuity is really important. It's certainly important to me. I find that I'm most productive when there's some sort of continuity in my life. However, every now and then when I'm going through life and going through my day-to-day routine, is what I want to do, but it's not actually what I need in my life for that moment, for that day. And I'm getting a lot better these days at really recognizing what it is that I actually need. So I just really wanted to sort of push that out to you today. Are you getting everything that you need? When you get up, are you thinking about what you want, or are you thinking about what you need? And the two are quite different. And what I've found is that quite often what we want is not particularly what we need at that moment. Sometimes it works, but in general it doesn't. It's usually we get what we need in life. And that's a big thing, because not always what we need is we're not very receptive towards it, because actually it could be that for that day you need to rest and you're pushing yourself constantly forward, because what we want to do is achieve the day's work. For instance, what we might, and actually what you need is you need to rest, so you're not really kind of getting on with everything that you need to get through. And it's coming really kind of at a hard slog, but guess what? We can be pretty strong. We can push through. Actually, what we need to do is to rest. Like, for instance, I remember, and this is quite the opposite. I was feeling a little bit out. This was a while back, and I actually thought what I needed, or what I wanted, was in fact to rest. I thought, I think I need to rest. Actually, it wasn't what I needed at all. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted to put my feet up and throw the duvet over my head. I actually wanted what I needed, what my body really needed, what my mind needed. The connection between sort of mind, body and spirit needed was exercise. And actually I went out and I exercised, and I went and trained at my local dojo, and I took some time to go for a walk, and guess what? That was exactly what I was needed, and it kind of shook up my vibration, shook up my energy, and I started feeling heaps better. So it's about really recognizing. And so when I talk about recognizing, sometimes it's not always obvious exactly what it is, and we can get confused along the way, and that's okay too. So what I want you to think about is, when you're working out what it is you need, even as you're going through and you're planning your day, or planning your evening after work, or planning out a morning maybe at the weekends when you have some free time, and you're thinking, I want to get this done and I want to get that done, and yet you feel like you're really dragging yourself around. That could be because even though you want to achieve it, what you need is quite different. And it could be maybe you need to go out and spend some time getting those jobs done. Maybe you need to go and spend some time with some friends and some family. And we might want to sort of achieve this, that, and the other, but actually it's not what you need. And it's about tuning in for what your body really, really needs, because that, your mind, your subconscious is constantly running. And when we don't really want to be continuously pushing ourselves into that fight and flight. It's about tuning in. It's about really paying attention to those signs. Because when we don't pay attention to the signs, that's when we start really pushing our body into a space that we don't really want to go into. And then something tends to come along and stops us in our tracks. And if we really aren't paying attention to those little yellow flags, those little red flags that come up to say, hey, stop. This is not what I need at this moment. What you're doing is not what I need. I need something completely different. So, really key takeaways. One is to pay attention to how you're feeling when you plan out your spare time or your day, or when you're in your planning stages. Really pay attention. Is it are you dragging yourself along, or are you going along, and even if you're feeling a bit fearful about something or a bit concerned, it's actually happening, that momento's building? That's a good way of detecting whether it's what you need rather than you want. And the second part is to explore the options. Just because naturally you think, I could eat all day, really. Half the time I'm thirsty, So half the time when I'm thinking I'm hungry, for instance, is actually I'm just dehydrated. And sometimes I feel like, that if I go and actually rehydrate, then it's actually, one of my 6 essentials, how you hydrate, rather than my nutrition needs adjusting. So, yeah, explore the options. Don't automatically, just if something's really not coming and flowing naturally, work out, am I really pushing for what I want rather than being receptive to what I need? And I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I've gone too far over. No, about five minutes or so, maybe a little bit over than I planned. Look, for those who don't know, we do have a YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is Best Studio Pam and Emma. Hop on, subscribe. I upload these as regularly as I can. I can't say they go on exactly every week. And there's lots of other sort of inspirational videos on there. We've got playlists. We've got How to Mortar March. We have the first free webinar, The Art of Forgiveness, Freedom with Benefits, where you can learn all about how to bring those 5 steps into your life to help you move forward. And instead, and get some closure on things. So that's all on there. So hop on and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I'm going to leave it there. Pam will be back next week, and have a wonderful week. And I'll speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.